Hi guys, this is Lucille from Aevum, Italy. We're gonna be live for a chat on Friday the 19th of June at 10 p.m. So don't miss it. Join us, it's gonna be fun. See you there. Bye.
Hello everyone. So
Hi.
Hello.
We have someone from Italy, and I will give the microphone to Aevum so they can introduce themselves.
Okay, who goes first?
First the ladies, you know.
Oh, thank you. Hi, hello everyone. This is Lucille. I'm the singer from Aevum. We come from Italy, and we are so glad to be here with the fantastic guys of Dublin Metal Gatherings.
Hello everybody, this is Richard from the Aevum band too. And yeah, like my bandmate told very well, we are so happy and thrilled to be here with you. So we have a party tonight.
Thank you guys for coming in, joining us.
That's great.
You're welcome.
A pleasure, as you said.
Amazing. So how are you guys doing?
Well, good, I would say. Much better. Yeah. We were talking about that before. The COVID situation here in Italy is much better, so we can actually go out and see people, so we can see our families, friends, and apparently from next week it's possible to play and concerts are allowed, so we see the light.
Yeah, we are returning to a normal life. Also for us, we're after a big moment that we were blocked in our apartments and houses. Now we are planning to come back to the rehearsal room, so it's a good step for us.
Cool.
And for everybody.
That's good news.
Oh, so the name Aevum, I am pronouncing it the whole time like incorrect. I learned like Aevum. So
yeah,
let's do it properly now for the group, so everyone of Dublin Metal Gatherings can pronounce this name properly.
Okay. Well, that's an issue because we're not sure. Well,
actually, go.
Okay, me first, ladies first.
Sorry.
Okay, it comes from Latin, so in Italian we would say Aevum, but as maybe it's a bit hard to pronounce from English-speaking people, like Aevum or Aevum is fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We don't care.
We accept it.
So I can pronounce it Aevum?
Yeah,
you can
as you like it.
All right then. And so, and how did you come up then with the name?
Well, actually, when we formed the band, was I remember during the first meeting we did, it was like proposed just like this, and we accepted. It was a weird name from Latin at the same time. Explain something from Gothic dimension. So we liked it, and we continue with this name. So now it's our name.
It kind of means time,
Yeah, it's a sort of dimension. So it's very hard to explain what is Aevum. If you want to know what it is, you have to go on Wikipedia. It's better to know about the meaning of the name.
Like you said, the time it's really fitting, like with songs you make, like Time Machine and so on. It's like sometimes dimension and atmosphere.
Yeah, that's the point. Thank you.
All right. So, yeah.
Richard, you're usually wearing masks, like on the stage, on the videos. Like, how did that start?
Yeah, it started at the beginning of the band. We knew at the time that it was important to create an image for bands, and each character picked, you know, a sort of precise character inside the band. So someone during a concert told me, yeah, it could be cool if you wear a mask. So I did it, I tried, and I like it. So after this moment, I always wear a mask, and you know, I create a sort of character that I hide myself all the time. So this is why I wear a mask, and I wear these cool well, they're not sunglasses, but they're cool glasses. So this is why I wear a mask.
Cool.
And
Get
Lucille,
used to it.
Okay, I
Lucille
shared
doesn't-
the.
Lucille doesn't agree, but
Oh well, I surrender.
Lucille is without mask always.
Yeah, of course. I like the face.
Yeah, I
What
think
about the face mask that we have to wear.
Well, but I think that Richard sometimes wear cool masks.
no, but you know, it's very cool to wear a mask because all my bandmates, you know, for the photo shooting, go live, you know, have to sometimes do some makeup for them, you know, especially. I don't have to do it, you know. I can be ready in 2 minutes, so it's good.
Easy.
but
One good thing about it.
if I'm correct, Hydra doesn't wear like a mask, the singer as well. He just is himself.
Yeah, actually, during now it's a long time that we are playing and we're active. Yeah, sometime also the singer has wear the mask too. So it was something common inside, you know, the band. Also, the first cover art of our first album. Well, the protagonist of the cover art is a mask. So it's something that explain also our way to express the music.
Yeah, and I think it's also connected to the theatrical dimension, you know, the masks of the classical theater. It comes a bit from that, you know, the show on
Character.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucille told very well. Ah.
Bravo.
Cool stuff. So what are your influences?
Ooh, big questions.
Hard question. Yeah.
I think that I try to answer it about, you know, the songs, so the music, and then I let Lucille answer about the influence, about the lyrics. Yeah, at the beginning, you know, we started with an old and classic Gothic metal. So we were influenced by the biggest band of this field, this kind of music. We were influenced by Tristania, Therion, Haggard. Then, you know, also we evolved during the years the sound. I think that today we are still inside this type of new modern Gothic metal, but I like to try to be influenced by everything. So this is why also because we are different people inside the band. So everybody also has is used to listen different kind of music. So there are people who are listening to pop music. There are people that listen to classic music, people from electro pop, techno. So with different influences, you can have, you know, grab ideas from everywhere and try to create a sort of melting pot. So we try to mix different influences now, I think.
Certainly.
Yeah, and that's a bit the same with the lyrics. You know, we usually choose a theme for each album, and then everyone puts their personal experiences and ideas to create something unique but close to the theme. Like, for example, Multiverse was all dedicated to sci-fi universes. So there are different inspirations there, like from movies, TV series, novels, and so on, poetry. All of us, we put our brains together there.
Yeah, the sci-fi like song was especially Spark of Life, if I remember correctly, from Multiverse.
Yeah, that was the most sci-fi video we made, and it was actually a tribute to this kind of universes. But also the Time Machine, for example, it was like dedicated to the dream of having a time machine. What would you do?
And yeah, express also that you can depict different situation different ways. So you can have the same song and you can interpret the same song, different style, and you can wear different clothes. So we want to give different impressions to the audience. So it's something that it's the aim of our band, I think.
Yeah, I think it clarifies what you said, Richard, and also about the electro influences and so on.
Yeah.
It makes I think like the band like unique. Like some songs, like at the beginning, I hear like a little bit experimental, instrumental, and then Lucille or Hydra is singing. So
For sure. I always admire bands that were able during the years to evolve their sound. So, for instance, I admire bands like Ulver. I think a band from, the north of Europe that, for instance, they started with a very cold black metal. Then during the years, they were able just to evolve their song till right today to produce some electro ambience that it's totally different from their origins. But it's nice when an artist, a musician also do some research. It's not always satisfied about their sound and try to evolve it. So it's something that I think it's important for a band.
And how did that?
Sometimes you sorry. Sometimes you risk to disappoint someone in the audience, for sure, if you change something, but it's a risk that an artist has to do because it's what we want, I think.
Yeah, that's great. But how did you come up with this idea for Multiverse? Do you like sci-fi? Who came up with it?
Well, I think that Lucille is the director of this idea. We were talking about, actually, Multiverse started from an idea. We were inspired from a series called Black Mirror. I think that you know very well. A sort of new world where a post-apocalyptic new world where there are different scenarios, no with linked together, but you can depict different situation. And we started like this. So she proposed this idea and we liked it. And so then we started to write the songs and the lyrics about this theme, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, we thought, let's say we have a dystopic world. What would happen? So we chose different topics, like, for example, you have the time machine, or a spark of life is like the life of a robot, artificial intelligence. And then you have, the spaceship, or, Mars, the exploration of the universe, the creation of the universe. So they are classical sci-fi topics, but we wanted to explore them in our way, let's say that.
and that explains the name, I think, the multiverse, the time traveling, the certain sci-fi topics, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah,
it's pretty cool story.
You understood very well.
So, Lucille, you joined in 2016 the band. How did that happen?
Yeah, that's a funny question. Well, because it was all by accident.
You think it was an accident? Then there is a black plan behind that.
Yeah, Richard planned everything. Well, they needed a singer for a concert, and they asked me by chance because someone spoke to them about me. and I asked for money actually.
We had to pay
For
her.
Well,
Like,
it was.
we have to beg you.
Well, it was meant to be for one concert, but then Richard started with his evil plan and like sent me messages. But then I really liked the project and the people in the band. They were great, and I just accepted like that without even thinking too much about it.
And then, you know, also because actually when she came in the band we were really, really lucky. I wouldn't have to say this in front of Lucille, but actually no, I'm considering myself very lucky to met her 4 years ago. Now it's 5 years almost. Because she had a different type, you know, of way to think. So she bring the positive energy inside the band, and it's important, you know, when in the dynamics of the band with the bandmates, when you have a positive person with you, then someone that can propose ideas and it's always positive, so can support the project. So we were really, really lucky. But now sometimes it's hard to have Lucille with us. No, I'm joking, you know, because I said only positive aspects.
Yeah, I'm flattered. Thank you.
Could be considered like a fake, you know. And it's true. We are happy to meet her.
So, and how did you meet her then?
We met the first time, I think, because actually I knew or already knew it because we are living in the same city in Italy at the time, and she were singing for another metal band from Turin too. So we noticed her. She was a really talented female singer, also because for her opera skills. She's actually the hard thing. It was to convince Lucille to sing clean, not opera, not in opera way, because she was at the time really shy, and still today, sometime I have to fight with her because I'm saying to her, "You have a really super voice. You have to sing this. You have to trust me." And sometimes she trusts me, sometimes not. Still,
usually I don't.
And
yeah,
then
I'm actually more into opera. I'm classically trained, so it's easier for me to sing the operatic parts more than the clean vocals.
I always remember you as the operatic like one and Hira more like the unclean. That's how I remembered like Aevum.
Yeah, that's true. But in Multiverse, there are more clean female vocals than in Dyschronia, because what he said, what Richard said before, you know, the evolution. We try different things, and we also try to insert more clean.
And in the next album, she will sing "Grow."
That will be interesting.
Yeah, you know, for experiment.
Well, it would be nice. Or at least
No, it wouldn't.
At least to try, you know, when you will do and the next opera you will do it, you will try maybe out the Grow.
Yeah, people would appreciate that.
I think so.
We will see how that will turn out.
We'll let you know.
And because the band is from 2007, you had Dyschronia, and if I'm honest, I met you in 2018 and I listened to Dyschronia and I started with Multiverse. But now I'm wondering myself, what happened before 2017? Was Hydra only singing, or did you have another female?
No. Actually, we started with actually, we had two female singers.
Mhm.
Lucille, she's the second one. We started in 2007, but we took, I think, 4 years to have a stable lineup, because we created our first EP in the demo in 2008, but our real first demo is from 2012. Then we did the first album in 2014 with the first female singer. But then we, as we already told, we had the occasion to meet Lucille, and then we decided to shift and to propose to her to join the band. And from then, we are so happy.
So now you are 8-piece band, like
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to manage when you are too much.
So how do you all fit in the stage? And do you have any like funny stories?
We don't.
There are plenty of funny stories.
Yeah, and actually we have one more member, because maybe you remember, we usually have a live performer on stage with us. So she actually dances and performs, and so we basically can't move at all.
No, there are some time that you doesn't fit the stage, and it's awful. The last time we played, actually, it was in Italy. I fell from the stage. I fell down from the stage. It was so awkward, but it was so tiny.
It was during the show?
Yeah, during the show, and with the mask, I can't see anything sometimes. So I just but it was funny. People.
We didn't notice.
People liked it. People in the audience liked
Yeah,
it.
they were.
It was really a rock and roll.
Yeah, but you're theatrical, so you have the bride, you have the dancer there. You always act like.
Yeah,
I fell down.
I act like it was but it was programmed. It was inside the show, so it was something normal.
All planned.
We rehearsed it.
I did it for you.
So now, Lucille, you, if you could sing one song with someone else than Hydra, and it has to be male, so who would that be?
Oh my God.
Good question.
That's a huge question.
Yeah, that's the reason I asked it.
I would say Tommy Karavik from Camelot.
Yeah.
Just a little name.
Yes. Well, I love his voice. And I have to confess, I like more baritonal voices. I think they work better with mine, because I'm a light soprano, and he has a dark voice, and I love it, the way he sings, and I love him.
Please.
please sing with me.
I could
So
see
Aevum is a symphonic, neoclassic, theatrical metal, and it's progressed throughout the years. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, we like to create big names for. No, I think actually, if someone tried to ask me about what we are playing today, he gives me a hard time, because it's difficult to explain in 2 words what you are trying to play. At the time we created a band following also the rules of the theater. So how you have to act on the stage, create also important image, and we think it's still really, really important to have a sort of impact on the audience. You have to attract the attention of the audience and maintain the attention, because it's really difficult. So I think that, but today to describe what you are playing, well, it's still hard. And sometimes, sincerely, I don't care about names, and just listen to what we are doing. And if you like it, put a like. If you don't, I don't care.
Never mind.
Good approach.
So about now the genre. So you were established in 2007, and like you mentioned, 4 years later you had like a stable band, and then 2017 Lucille. So I'm wondering, because the Beauty and the Beast genre is basically a big genre with big names, but like in 2005 they started to shift to more commercial stuff, and also to clean singing. So how did you manage to get a foot in this genre?
You totally right. Sincerely, you understood very well the situation. I think that this is due by the evolution of the society. We are influenced, bands, music, and everything is influenced by the social media. Sometime, for instance, it's weird, but 2 days ago I was discussing a collaboration with another musician from another band, and actually we were discussing to plan and to create something directly for a social media, for instance, for Instagram. Now, so there are many bands that create music just for YouTube, just for TikTok, just for Instagram, because you have to fit the social media. It's bad, it's good. I think that it's difficult to say. We can be judged to a situation like this. It's the evolution of the society. So today, with the came of the social media, we had the great opportunity to share our music all around the world. Now we are discussing with you, and if it was 20 years ago, it wasn't possible to do something like this, and it's amazing. We are discussing from different countries, and we are talking about our music, so something amazing. But at the same time, we have the concurrence of people from everywhere. So to have to grab your spot on YouTube or Spotify, it's more and more difficult. So this is why you have to try to attract the attention of the audience, and also the attention of the audience. It's very difficult to maintain this audience, because on YouTube, sometimes, if you noticed, the advertising, it's 5 seconds. Why? Because this is the average of the attention of the audience on YouTube. So sometimes you have to create a song that in the first 5 seconds has to hit the attention of the audience. So I don't want to say it's bad, it's good, but this is the situation of today. So also for us, it was something that we have to consider. And actually, after the last tour we did with Orphaned Land, we decided to change our sound, because we noticed also when you go live, now you need to go live with something that can have a more impact on the audience. So this is why.
Interesting story, but like you said, with videos and so on, it's so true. Like, I feel like bombarded with all bands, like coming from that side, you get an ad from that. And like a teenager, I discovered like new bands and so on, but I recently stopped with it because it's so much. Sometimes it pops up, but for me, like the best thing are gigs and so on. Like Orphaned Land, I was like, let's go to Orphaned Land, let's see who is supporting. Oh, Aevum, nice, add them. But it's indeed, it's overcrowding, like.
Sure. Yeah, I totally agree with you.
So how do you create the music, basically, and somebody creates music, somebody writes lyrics. How does that happen, the whole process?
I let the answer for the lyrics to Lucille.
Okay. Well, yes, let's say Richard creates the music, mostly Richard. And we create the lyrics with I mean I. Well, I mean, we set the topic.
Myself.
Well, no, just kidding. We set the topic as I said before, and then we try to choose one or two songs each, and then write the lyrics that involving the topic we choose.
And it's also a common process because it's important that someone give the idea to everybody, and then everybody also can have a sort of discussion on this idea. I can also to add something or sometimes to try to modify. It's important also. This is the beauty to be in a band. So we have some time also to find an agreement between us. Sometime or when you discuss with someone else that has different ideas compared to you, you can sometimes learn something new, and you can also create it to join the forces and create something more beautiful than before. So it's important also to create this dynamic inside the band.
Yeah,
the brainstorming, the discussion.
But at least you need a teacher sometime that try to put some rules to the children.
The chaos.
If not, it will be a total chaos.
Yeah, with so many people, like 8 this idea.
Yeah, 8 different ways of thinking, music. It's not always easy.
Yeah, in
but
particular,
we got a teacher.
we came from different also kind of music, so we have totally different minds and way to enjoy music. So sometimes it's hard.
Yes. So Lucille, using Italian mixed with English, and so isn't it hard to do it?
Well, not really. Well, I'm used to sing in Italian because, as I told you before, I'm a classically trained opera singer, so I sing also operas, concerts, and usually operas are mostly in Italian. But for the same reason, I'm also used to sing in different languages because operas are also in German, French, rarely English, but then I always studied English, so it comes natural when I sing. It's not that difficult.
It's great that you don't mix up language.
Well, not really, because when you sing, you memorize the lyrics connected to what you are singing, to the music, so it doesn't happen. Well, maybe when you forget the words, you just go, oh. So,
yeah.
No problem.
But then she told very well, because also the different languages can express a language. It's a sound. So the sound of English is different from French, from Spanish, from German, from Italian, and going on. So I like also the way to express a different sound inside the music. With French, you can have sometimes more a tender way to express something. Sometimes with German, it's harder. So this is why also, for instance, another band they did it before us was Hagar, and we were inspired from this also use of multiple languages inside songs.
Yeah, what I like, for me, the Italian is more operatic or something, like mysterious or operatic, and then the English is a little bit like normal, or
more normal to metal,
Yeah. So, but if you write a song, so how do you pick like Italian and English, or you just write and you're like, this mood is like English, this mood is like Italian?
Well, it depends on what we are trying to express, as Richard said before.
For instance, if I picked the song called Tire in Multiverse, we decided to put three different languages in the same song, because the part of the male singer were sang in English, but you know the main part of Lucille, she was singing in French, and then we put just also a few words in Italian. It was nice to mix three different languages, and we did it because we created different sort of dimension at the same time, you know, different sounds. It was just like this. It came just like this.
Yeah. And I think that was also because, you know, my part is more sweet and soft.
Mhm.
So French really applied to it, let's say. So yeah, they are connected to the music, I think. You know, the more operatic parts, they come in Italian because, yeah, opera, it's Italian, you know.
Now, next step, it's Japanese.
What?
It's up to you. You have to sing. It's not my job.
So
I
Lucille,
can't write lyrics in Japanese, sorry.
A character.
Yeah, just random words.
yeah.
Arigato.
So, Lucille, how do you prepare your voice before the show? Do you do any special, I don't know, exercises?
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah, they laugh at me because I always vocalize before the show. Yes, about 10 minutes. Because, well, the voice needs to warm up. And then I have to be careful to what I eat. Well, you shouldn't eat just before the show, otherwise all the food will go there while you sing, and that wouldn't be nice.
Oh, okay.
And then you gotta be careful to what you drink too. So being a singer sucks.
Actually, I have a real funny story about, you know, the preparation of Lucille. I remember we were in Bucharest, and we were waiting to play in a really big summer festival just before Rotting Christ, and she was preparing herself to sing. She was actually in the bathroom singing opera. And the band that they played before us, where they played a sort of black metal, and someone with a face painting, so a big guy with face painting, looked to me and said, "Oh, it's really scary." Talking about Lucille, not him. She was scary.
Yeah, with the Phantom of the Opera, you know, like there in the basement.
Amazing. So you toured also with Orphaned Land. So how did you meet them, and how the tour came together?
Well, actually, you know, we at the time we had a partnership with booking agency, so that they were in charge to find us European support tour. And then when they proposed Orphaned Land, I was really amazed, because Orphaned Land was a band that I really liked when I was younger. And so I proposed to my bandmates, and everybody was thrilled to join the tour. And so we did it. So when you met, you know, someone like Orphan Land, yeah, you are happy, because the tour is always a really good moment, you know, in your life, because you have a really beautiful life on tour.
Yeah, and it's like Orphaned Land is like the big event, like they were supporting Blind Guardian, and then they come back with you in the Netherlands as headliner. Was something.
Yeah.
It was like crowdy and so on, like in the Netherlands. I know the tickets went fast. So yeah, any interesting stories with Orphaned Land?
10,000. You know, it was a weird winter, I remember, because it was a warm winter, but the only real cold weeks, were the 2 weeks of the tour. So we found the snow everywhere. We drove also, and it was amazing. You know, I remember just we were rushing to take the train from London to Paris. Yes, to Paris, and we have our bus, and it was snowing everywhere, and the situation in the highway was a mess. So we were running
But
out.
the English graveyards were amazing.
Because Lucille, she loved the English graveyard.
You know,
Why?
Gothic graveyards.
You know, we all the bands were worried about, we are losing our train, so we were driving, and in a moment it was like, oh, a beautiful English graveyard with the snow.
Well, it was snowing. It was quite
You see, she's
spectacular.
always positive, also in the bad situations.
That's very
But-
important.
But in Italy, you have lots of gray hairs. Like even you have a shitty Aquila, like with graves and so on. So why were you so attracted to the English?
Yeah, that's true. But the English graveyards are like Gothic. They just seem to be coming out from Gothic novels and books. With the snow. It was beautiful. Well, Richard doesn't agree, but
Well, I can relate to it because, well, Ireland is similar to England, so
Yeah.
it's pretty similar. And as a photographer, like I like to take photos of many things, and I have so many photos of the cemetery, like Gothic style. Wow.
wow. Yeah, I
the
agree.
The best place to find you when you're touring is on an English graveyard.
Yeah. True.
But for sure
Or
for Lucille.
sleeping.
Yeah, that one as well.
Countries did you tour so far, and is there any favorite that you visit, and what would you like to add?
We played in lots of country in
Yeah.
Europe, so we had the chance to be